But here it is, the actual Escort Max 360. Let's get this thing in there. KA band, and you see the cop cruising through. Definitely testing out the Uniden if you know we're gonna do a pull. Why? Because we're risking it for you guys. And they indeed are CHPs.
We go underneath.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, go down, hit that subscribe button. In the back we have our Hellcat SRT 707 supercharged and everything ready to go. We are going to be reviewing and testing out our Escort 360 Max radar detector. It's in the car, ready to go. We're going to go over exactly the setup and the features that it has and take it up on the highway so you guys can see exactly how this radar detector works and whether or not you should buy one. Point is, we're gonna get straight to it. Let's hop inside and go from there. Now, before we hop into the Hellcat, just take a look at it. Freshly washed, menacing. Just look at those eyes. You can hear the idle. But let us hop into the car and go from here. Like I stated prior, we are in the Cat. This is the POV for you guys. If you guys want to own a Hellcat or, you know, in the market for one, I recommend one. Get one. Beautiful POV. But main part for the video today is actually the radar detector. So if you're tuning in, if you're thinking about buying a radar detector, if you're in the market, if you just want to see what these things are about, they are definitely a great investment. Why? Because rather than paying the first speeding ticket, I think just buy a radar detector. Do your research. I'm gonna give you guys the exact rundown on what I think about this one, how it works, the functions. Quick and simple setup. Comes with the suction cup. All you do is pop it on there, and to take it off, you just point up and down. And then to put it back on, you gotta angle it at a slight angle towards the top, and then it clips on. Does it stay on there? I think so. Even the mightiest of potholes will keep your radar detector on there. That suction cup is there, and it works great. It is magnetized for the suction cup to the actual radar, so keep that in mind. And all you gotta do is just plug it in, and it comes with a USB port, so you don't gotta worry about your phone dying or anything that you need to charge. It's still accessible. Let's go over functionalities. All right, now the first great function about this is there's actually a app for it, Escort Live. You get a full realistic map. You have your miles per hour, your dashboard, which is basically telling you how fast you're going at a certain time, and you can go to settings where you can actually adjust everything from daylight mode to the speed units. But our main objectives are the radar settings. So click on here. You can see we got everything from sensitivity, brightness, pilot, all the way down to cruise alert and display color, and then the big components: laser, KA, K-band, X-band, TSR, and multi-radar CD. Big ones to keep in mind for today's video are going to be laser and KA band. We are going to be turning off our K-band and our X-band. TSR we will also be taking off. Red light cameras, speed traps, speed cameras will keep on just in case. Now once you have these settings locked in, all you got to do is go back, and the radar is basically ready to go. That's all set. App's good to go. Car is up to temp. We can now hit up the highway. And you can see we already have a KA band reading. And the beautiful thing about this is it shows you exactly what direction it's coming from. If there is a 1 bar, 2 bar, typically it's a false alarm. 3 and higher is typically when you gotta, you know, pump on those brakes, slow down, and keep an eye out. Because you guys can see on the app, it says KA radar police spotted. Now another beautiful feature about the actual app is, if you guys can tell by the map and all those little pings right there, those are all red light cameras. So if you're planning to go visit someone and they obviously live in this area. You can check and you see red light cameras all around. So make sure you go on green, watch out for orange, don't cross on red. Beauty of an app for the Escort. We're gonna pump some gas real quick before we hit the highway, and hopefully we can actually run through some cops just so you guys can see the actual radar in action. There's a Honda flying by. We'll catch those on the freeway too, but let's pump some gas real quick. The actual Escort Max 360. Let's get this thing in there. Exiting the gas station, and we already have a KA reading. It's only a 1 bar, so I don't think it's actual cop. I think it's just the reading. Could be a false alarm, but we're gonna keep driving, hop on the highway, and hope for the best. Damn, you see it, KA band, and you see the cop cruising through. We're not even on the highway yet. One thing to keep in mind with the cops is they will either have their lasers on or they'll have their radar, and they'll have that on or off. In this case, you guys can see we just got a 2 bar. I went back, it's a 2 bar, but no cops in sight. Went back to a 1 bar, so probably a false reading. Quick little whine for you guys. Anyone enthusiastic about an SRT Hellcat? You guys know these cars pull. We are by the airport. Typically there are cops posted around here, but radar is in auto mode right now. No real readings just yet. We will keep you guys posted. We're gonna enjoy this drive. Definitely testing out the unit in. If you know, we're gonna do a pull. Why? Because we're risking it for you guys. Still nothing on the radar. Nothing, literally, still in auto setting. I know there's typically a cop all the way ahead. Right, one thing to keep in mind, KA bands typically sometimes read the ambulance's radar. And as you guys can see, we have an ambulance up ahead, picking up a 1 bar, nothing too drastic, it just went away, cleared off. Good thing about these Escorts is they are quick to read and then assimilate whether or not it's a false reading. 1 bar at the moment, and we are passing the ambulance. Still no cops in sight, so maybe another pull, maybe some cruising, we'll see. You guys can see how empty the highway is because everyone is literally right behind us. The good thing about driving a Hellcat is that because it is a Charger body, everyone thinks you're a cop. And so many false readings out here. But cool feature about the Escort that we can show you guys right now, if this thing focuses. Radar is set at 75. Anything over and it turns red. You guys see the numbers? It is red right now. Once we drop under 75, it returns to its blue. There, you guys see it? Pretty cool. So we took the lonely route and we have had no cops, but we're gonna show you a quick function when you happen to be over the speed limit and there are cops coming through. You go dark, but make sure you don't hit a pothole. Maybe we could surprise some cop working the graveyard shift and just give him a little run for his money. But as you guys can see, radar is sleeping and there is no action right now. Nothing but back roads on this highway and a Corolla to our right joining us for the cruise. So we're gonna let the supercharger breathe. We're gonna let the Hellcat roar and put the 707 to the tarmac, because there is absolutely no readings whatsoever. And still nothing on the radar. Straight cruising. You guys see the cop to our right, but due to the fact that he has his radar off, the detector is not going off. One thing to keep in mind, the radar detector, although as sensitive and as precautious that it may be, is not 100% accurate. Why? Because if you come across a cop that is on the side of the road with his radar off and you go flying by, guess what? The radar's not gonna catch that. It has been way too slow on these highways. We decided, oh actually, okay, now we get a KA reading. Why? Because we literally pulled up to the state of California Highway Patrol Center. I'm gonna go knocking on their door. We decided to come to the station. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna knock on the doors. But we did stop by to see if maybe there was like some willing cop here to demonstrate how their radar works and whether you're or not our radar detector is working, because we've had nothing but false readings. No one has answered my distress call here, so we're gonna hop back on the highway and hope to find at least one CHP posted up. Please, let's go. So far, escort has been amazing. We just want to see it in action. You can see in the distance, left side, we have a cop here for construction. So as you can tell, their radar is not on and no reading. So here's just to prove the common misconception with these radars. Cops on the left, here for construction, no radars on. They are visibly present, but because the radars are off, we have no reading on the radar detector. And they indeed are CHPs. So far, still nothing. And nothing, absolutely nothing. We pulled back to a gas station. I wasted my gas for you guys, but it's okay. We reviewed the radar detector. We got some good pulls out of the Hellcat. The radar detector works because it went off. Couldn't find any actual cops, so it is unfortunate. If you guys do like these videos though, we're more than happy to take out the cars and test them out in the real world with these radar detectors. Would I recommend buying one? Yes. Is it worth the money? I think so. So if you are planning to get one, I personally would recommend the Escort Max 316. We can link the actual radar down below in the description. The one big thing for this Escort that I truly like compared to my other radar detector, which is the Uniden R7, which I also like, but the Escort has the app. It's basically a modernized radar detector that is on the Apple Store or the Android Store or wherever you get your apps. Point is, it's up to date and it's super easy to use. You guys saw us messing around with the settings. Overall, I think you should get it. With that being said though, we're gonna pump some gas, head home. But if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and keep it authentic, y'all. Till the next one, peace.